The engine is a source of drive and power. Nobody who wants to observe a consumption-optimized, environmentally sound driving style needs to do without driving pleasure and dynamics. Bosch's Motronic MED engine management system provides intelligent solutions for optimum combustion control. The principle of direct injection makes a highly efficient combustion process possible. An electromagnetically operated injection valve injects the fuel, precisely measured and finely atomized, directly into the combustion chambers. The start of injection, duration, injection pressure, and injection amount are not controlled by the mechanical system, but managed exclusively by Motronic. The fuel is distributed over a rail system to the injection valves. Depending on engine requirements, a pressure of from 5 to 12 megapascals dominates in the rail. This pressure is permanently accessed by a sensor. The high-pressure pump is driven by the camshaft and is equipped with an integrated quantity control valve. This pump is capable of providing optimum fuel pressure at any time. The interaction of all the components calls for a highly complex open and closed-loop control system. Bosch's Motronic MED engine control unit takes over this job. The control unit continuously processes all the available information at very high speed and uses a variety of components to establish ideal operating conditions. The new feature is the fact that the airflow is no longer determined by physical conditions in the combustion chamber alone. The swirl control valve provides a gas flow either through the whole cross-section or only through a part of the intake manifold, thus causing a targeted charge motion in the combustion chamber. A pressure sensor determines the pressure in the intake manifold. Under certain conditions, in addition to fresh air, a defined amount of exhaust gas is also taken in. The exhaust gas recirculation valve precisely controls this process. The throttle valve position controls the airflow into the intake manifold. All of the preset variables of the charge control, composition, and flow are optimized by the engine control unit for the appropriate operating condition. The engine management system also plays a decisive role in after-treatment. The wideband lambda sensor determines the composition of the exhaust gas, the temperature of which is measured by the exhaust gas temperature sensor after cleansing by the pre-catalyst. The main catalyst once again reduces emissions, and the 2-point lambda sensor supplies information on the composition of the expelled exhaust gas. The control unit processes the information determined in the exhaust gas system and influences all the actuators to ensure an optimum reduction of the harmful exhaust gas components. Additional information on such factors as engine temperature, engine speed, phase angle, and knocking is necessary for open and closed-loop control processes. This information is provided by sensors. The control unit, with its intelligent software, occupies a central position in this complicated system. Here's an example of one control process, a passing maneuver. The driver demand for strong acceleration releases multiple control processes. The Motronic determines the necessary interventions for the actual operating mode, in this case the stratified mode. First of all, the control unit increases the injection time, and with it the amount of injected fuel. Then, after it reaches a defined torque, it switches to the homogeneous mode. The exhaust gas recirculation valve also closes, and the throttle valve reduces the intake manifold pressure, increasing it again after the change to homogeneous mode. Injection now takes place during the intake stroke, and the swirl control valve opens. As long as the driver continues to demand high torque, the engine keeps operating in homogeneous mode. The frequently occurring operating mode changes are carried out without the driver even noticing them. This way, Bosch's Motronic MED engine management system combines outstanding driving performance with simultaneous low consumption and emission levels.